And wanna know a horror story?
Sure.
File corruption. The classic YouTube horror story.
Yeah, so you're probably wondering why I'm wearing a different shirt and a jacket. When I said, yeah, we were just going to take like a 3-second break in our last one. Yeah, that's why I don't
like those. They set up tons of room for left to just screw you over.
Yeah, so what ended up happening was we recorded a little, we started, uploading our first... Yeah, we started uploading our first episode, and,
we made a second episode, and a third, but all the files decided to corrupt.
Yeah, so...
all of them.
So yeah, now we're using a flash drive, and that should work perfectly. Anyway, let's get back to Doki Doki Literature Club. We also had to restart the game to get back to where we were.
We had to do it several times. Fun fact,
4.
the skip button is very aggressive.
Oh yeah, it is incredibly aggressive. Like, I would show, but I don't want to.
We would have to do this all over again.
Yeah. Well, I did say, anyway. So, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused then. I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place.
I was focused then.
I didn't see what she said.
I think you were missing an if.
Yes! But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Of course.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Break through the lies.
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
You buy 2 of one book that you haven't already burned.
She's a fragile little snowflake. You can't ask such questions. Nani? I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I'm gonna decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't actually give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, because everything has to be long-lost.
Yep.
But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. Stranger Things. There was a burp.
Did you swallow a burp?
Yes, I just swallowed a burp.
Who the hell swallows a burp?
Me.
Weird. Read.
She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life kind of starts to fall apart.
Tragic. I love it.
That's kind of dark, isn't it?
I love it.
I love it. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sean? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just
Beautifully put,
she
Yuri.
starts to gibber uncontrollably. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Ramble more.
Ramble more. Please keep making that face. It is cute. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. And while the dots fill the screen, I will take a drink. Not sponsored by Arby's.
Yep. Good, you're learning.
Sponsored by Arby's.
Bad.
We have the meats.
No. I eat no meat, nor vegetables. I survive up to pasta, thank you.
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. That's not what it's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri meant by... I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. I need to, like, practice, like, do vocal practices before I start playing this game.
I need to do those too, but just in general.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red, yellow, yellow leather. Anyway, I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? God, I'm a dick.
I think you're trying to be playful with it.
Yeah, I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
When you say sorry for saying sorry so much.
Sorry. Just hides under the desk. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri. Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh my god.
It's adorable.
Just.
Adorable.
Just.
Just.
You almost smack me in the face.
I mean, I can fix that.
No.
I can fix it.
Put the arm down. Good sir. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Oh my god! The smirk! I can't even right now.
You'll deal with it.
I can't.
You will.
Omae wa mon shindou. Nani? It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition.
Probably doesn't help that you have a fucking drink in front of you while you try to... I was really expecting you to react.
No, I do not react. We continue the first chapter in silence. Nice, you didn't even react to that one. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh my god, her eye moved! I just noticed that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was weird, like, visual novels don't do that. Like, usually it's just a fade, but that was... Anyway, you think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Sean, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Okay, sorry, I ate before I did this. I guess it's more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think Monika was your thing. No, Monika was May. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time. If we wait too long, I'm totally not breaking up what you guys are doing here.
How many times do we have to redo the poem anyways?
Like 3?
More than 3.
Like more than 3 times just so we could get the Yuri route again because we're terrible at the poems.
I think 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Not even bad at them.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Curses.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
Don't act
it's not. It's fine.
Don't act like you didn't know what you were doing.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I didn't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
No!
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. God, I forgot. Like, over the week, just how much it looks like she's staring dead into my fucking soul. Like, you had to point that out.
I did, actually. But that's probably because it doesn't bother me.
It bothers me.
I mean, shit, I got a lot to hide, but I already let people see how weird I am, so it doesn't bother me that much.
Well, it's not the weirdness. Like everyone knows we're weird. Like, that's, like, the 16 people who watch this channel know
people
we're
in
weird.
general. Like, my coworkers and shit. They already know I'm weird. Everyone who interacts with me more as an acquaintance. No, even those people know I'm weird, so I don't give a shit. Because there's not a shit to give, it's already been given. I
mean, it's not that I care that I'm weird. Like, I don't care that I'm weird. It's just, I more so care that it looks as if she is just staring. I don't like it when people just look at me for long periods, like that. I hate when people just do that for long periods of time. Stop it. Anyway, can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Alright, that's me. I can't wait.
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems.
God damn it,
Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook.
Of course it is.
On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
I don't have to do voices. No, I like my voice. You little shit.
It's probably only fair I share my... No, not the D&D handbook. Oh god, what are you doing? No, not the DM's guide. The DM's guide isn't even the thickest book.
This isn't that
That's Xanathar's.
I'll find a thick book.
If you want the thickest book, look for the monster manual.
I did.
Oh, fuck.
Where's 7?
Tyler. Now, Tyler, think about this. Anyway, go put the fucking book back. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Yeah, fuck you. Ellipses.
Ellipses.
That's what those things are called.
Oh, I thought they were just dots.
Nope, if I recall correctly, they are ellipses. I don't know what the hell that is. Sean, if you're not gonna take this cup seriously, then go home. I can't remember if this is the right
Sean,
voice.
if you're not gonna take this cup seriously, then go home. That's pretty much what it was. It was really high pitched.
It was up an octave or two.
Yeah.
Fuck it. This will be the second night in the woods. Voice is subject to change.
What? Harsh?
Fuck you. I mean, what did you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Baka. Do you think I'm stupid?
Baka. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? God, I'm starting to sound like a fucking cool surfer dude because I live in Wilmington. Yeah.
Shut up.
Look at how lit Natsuki is right now. Yeah.
Read.
If you're still proud of the first poem, if you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyways, I guess I gotta share mine now. Jesus, I can't maintain it. Knowing you probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. You know, that poem is actually pretty deep, in a way. What do you mean?
Elaborate.
Okay, so the way I see it, it's like, okay, she's stating everything that these animals can do. Like, monkeys can climb. Like, that is a thing that they are known to do. You know, eagles can fly. People are only known to try. But that's about all we can do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, trying is the best of our ability. We can try to fly.
Well, I mean, I think I can run pretty well.
I mean, we can try to run. We can try to seek. And
Try.
to
Have you
race.
seen me run?
Yeah, I've seen you run. You're like a fucking cheetah. But the point is, it's just it's a thing.
I'm yawning a lot.
And I'm hiccuping a lot.
Yeah. I told you weren't going to like it.
I like it.
Liar! I mean, what? Just be honest.
I am.
Liar! I mean...
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Liar!
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that running has to be all philosophical and stuff.
Yes.
Sophisticated and stuff.
That was the word you said.
Shut up. I still have the Monster's Guide back there, and I will get it. Damn it. So people won't even take my running seriously.
Hey, D&D is a very realistic form of literature. I will not take no for an answer, Monika. Monika just shows up. It's not. Everyone shows up. It's not.
That's clearly who we're talking to.
I know, but still. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like a D&D book. For babies.
Like a D&D book.
For babies.
Just the way you, just like how quickly you're just like a D&D book.
For babies.
For babies.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
I literally cannot maintain this voice for long enough.
It's okay, buddy.
I
You did
blame
this
the
to yourself.
soda.
You did this to yourself.
Shut up. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Aka.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Alright, time for a creepy lady.
Hi, Sean. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
More snacks.
More snacks, more cupcakes. I need beef
Pillows.
jerkies. Turkey jerky. Grilled cheese. Hard-boiled eggs.
What are you
gas
referencing?
station sandwiches.
What are you referencing?
If you've ever seen Metalocalypse, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Teriyaki flavored turkey jerky. Anyway, of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in it.
More pillows.
What?
Comfortable sitting, good sir.
There have been no pillows.
Yeah, that's why we need more pillows.
I mean, we only need one pillow for us to be comfortable.
Speak for yourself, good sir.
Or for me to be comfortable, at least.
Speak for yourself, good sir.
I just did. Anyway.
Good.
Want to share your poem with me? Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Eat my hair. Don't worry, Sean. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Sean. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it counts when I put in some effort.
I love that. That's kind of how I live.
That was me in high school.
Hayden, that's me now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you should see the greatest difference between me when I'm not working and me when I am.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Literally maximum effort to no effort.
Yeah, that's about right, actually.
I will put no effort into anything on my days off, but
I will work all night if it meant that no work got done.
Kind of.
That's not very fair.
Tough.
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
No, I had no idea.
Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when the readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up by trying things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write that way, or write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Wrong.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No.
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
Fair enough, I guess.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. .jpg. I couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in.
Moving onward.
You're getting the same thing I'm getting out of that, right?
I digested it and I have a good feeling.
Anyway.
Yes.
So what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the impression, or inspiration behind this one? Or what was the inspiration behind this one?
There you go.
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day.
Oh boy.
Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
She's not wrong.
Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That's actually a pretty decent point.
That is. Oh, damn it. More ellipses.
More ellipses.
Oh wait, that's me. This is a good shot. Yeah.
This is a good Sean poem.
Amazing.
What if you name your character poem at the beginning? This is a good poem.
This is a good poem, Sean. Are you sure it's your first time?
No. Well, of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
No.
Jesus Christ, Sayori.
But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. But then you wouldn't write one at all. I was expecting one all about trains.
What?
I'm just very happy that you wrote one.
Wait, hang on. I feel like no. We need to go back to the trains. We need to go back to the trains here. Elaborate. Choo choo.
It just reminds me of you're very part of the club now.
Choo choo, Tyler. Choo choo. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of the choo choo. Well, of course, choo choo. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise train noise.
See? It's just like I said before, Sean. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, are you?
Choo choo. No, Tyler, come back. Come back. Come back. Oh shit, he's getting the monster manual again. Tyler, now think about this. Think about what you've done.
You probably don't want to see this coming.
Ow! You ass. Alright, put it back.
Let's gotta get the page again.
What, the Death Knight page?
Yep. My character could easily arm wrestle him.
No, he couldn't. No, he couldn't. You have a 20 strength.
I have a 23 strength.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Do the voice. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? We're gonna get pillows. All the pillows.
Are we gonna make a fort?
Yes. That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you're reading my poem too, right?
No.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy fucking day? Christ. I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
How deep that last line is.
I mean, it's the kind of poem I would write.
It's not the 1 hour, right? I can go quite a while without food. I
mean, I can go hella deep if I want to, but if I just really want to end a poem, I'll just be like, I want breakfast, or I want lunch, I want dinner, I want 11s, something. I love how I just threw in the Hobbits thing there. I want 11s. You know what that is, right?
Read.
Anyway. No.
Read.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
We got to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Excuse
Classy.
me. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounded just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
That is like a great breakfast. Like continental.
Yeah.
Well, that's not quite continental breakfast, but anyway. Even though you were late to school,
It's bad to skip breakfast.
come to school early. They have breakfast. Oh,
At
maybe
least
not in
they do
Japan.
here.
Say what?
At least here we do.
Yeah. That sausage pizza was really fucking good in the mornings. Anyway.
I get all cranky.
Okay, this is like the cutest face for her. Like, seriously, just look at that.
I am.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Ellipses. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Ellipses plus question mark.
I have to find out what that actually means, or what it's actually called.
Did I just say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really?
In our defense, we kind of did.
You 5 times, in fact. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I realize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Good point. It's correct. My nemesis comes again.
Ghost under the light. I kind of want to
read it all dramatic.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
like
I give you permission for it.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
And then you die.
Alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio.
Vic.
Ellipses. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sean. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Sean. Aw. Me too.
I am very tired.
It's okay.
Why would it not be okay?
I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all.
Hooray, anxiety.
I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
Across the room. Cupcakes.
I sold my soul for a cupcake.
A singular cupcake.
Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Oh. This language.
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something?
Yes.
It's gonna be about the feeling of giving up.
No, it's cute.
How can that be cute?
Cute.
Bitch!
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Oh no.
You jerk. Thanks. But Ray didn't come out nice at all. Okay, she's trying to be nice at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Yeah, that face doesn't exactly look nice.
Yeah. Or wouldn't two suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
No, they didn't. It's a stupid poem. Stupid poem. I've seen. Okay, I've been on the Doki Literature Club Amino a couple of times, and I saw this picture of Natsuki, and she was like super buff on this side of the screen, and then on the other side was Yuri with a shocked expression, and the thing was just Natsuki, and the text was "Square up, THOT." I'll have to show you during the break. Square up, THOT.
Sarah liked it. And Sean did too.
Hey, don't drag me into this.
Oh, I dragged you wherever. By the ear.
Now, Yuri, that's a loaded question.
So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent long enough. I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless I, of course, come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Sean liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Well, damn.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Oh no, the music. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sean appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Sonic's here now.
Sonic. Whoa, hey, boys. Hey, all this fighting's not cool. Chili dogs.
Huh? You know, we didn't appreciate my advice.
Chili dogs.
Are you that full of yourself? And like that, all the intention left.
Yeah. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what?
Bitch!
I was wondering whose boobs magically grew and eyes bigger as soon as Sean started to show up.
Damn! Damn! Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
I don't like fighting guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Quick, head to duck.
Out the window, go! Sean, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
If
she can get over herself and learn to appreciate things that simple running is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your problem so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Sean.
I don't at all agree with that, though. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Forgive the burp, everyone. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sean? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course, that's gonna be... Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight with someone just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple and refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that at all. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did.
Square up, THOT.
It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody's taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes, when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and, clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm going to do that. It will spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
I then intentionally boop her on the back of the head as she walks out. She turns around and smacks the shit out of me. It was totally worth it. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Aww. Ow.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her own desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could I hate someone? How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sean, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part... That's a typo.
Where?
I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do something so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
Shit went bad.
Shit went whack, yo!
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
Fuck all of you. It was alright. Well, mostly.
Bakas. Sean, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from our friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. Ellipses.
You don't have to say ellipses. It's literally there for a pause.
Shh. 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 I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Yuri. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Sean, ready to all come?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Sean, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone else really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun. What?
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see where the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay, we need to save here and stop.
Alright guys, we're going to take a small break here, and I'm going to show him that picture of Natsuki with the big bulk.
I don't know if we can even continue, man. I'm getting really tired.
Boo.
Shut up, I have limits.
Boo, Tyler.
I have limits, Simu.
Boo, Tyler.
This finger will go in your eye.
Boo. Boo. Anyway, but if
another episode may or may not happen.
Yeah, another episode may or may not happen, but we'll see where it goes.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, next time in the office, there's going to be
more stuff.
Doki Doki Adventure, or Doki Doki Adventure Club, yeah.
Yes, we're going on a pirate hunt now.
Doki Doki Literature Club. So, see y'all later.
See ya.